Our organization is the Farmer Angel Network. We started that just over 5 years, 6 years ago. It was after I lost my husband to suicide from farming. It was shortly after we sold our dairy herd. We were already in the transition process. He had suffered from depression for a long time, and the stress of it just got to be too much. And I really stressed the importance of having good rural mental health, because our closest from Loganville was Madison. And the wait list to get in to see people, to help counsel him, or to get into the right doctors was very time consuming. Plus, you got on a waiting list sometimes, quite often. His first suicide attempt, they said everything was good. He went home 6 weeks before he could see a counselor. So we struggled with all of this. So our organization, one of the goals that I had set for myself when we started this was to bring resources to the public, what's available, because when I went through it, I didn't know what was out there. So our organization brings things to the forefront, and also to break the stigma of what mental health is in the rural communities. Because when he was talking about people trying to make decisions, I'll leave you with one word of advice that my counselor told me. She said, "Brenda, get off the goddamn fence." I sat trying to figure out what to do with my farm, stay with it, sell the farm. There were so many decisions to make after he passed away. And that was, she said, your stress is gonna be, as long as you sit on that fence, you have to make a decision. You go one way or the other. And I said, what if I make a mistake? She said, you have to make a move. So always keep your faith that the decisions that you're making are wise. And if you do make a mistake, there's always a chance for another opportunity. So that's my word, is that just don't sit on the fence too long when it comes to make decisions.
All right, and I'm Dorothy Harms, kind of a Spring Green native. My maiden name was Lynn's, so I grew up, went to movies here myself. So kind of glad to be back here to visit with folks tonight. Just wanted to let you know a little bit about some of the work we've been doing. As Brenda said, you know, a lot of our work has been to bring education and resources to farm families, specifically focusing on rural mental health. But I think one of the other things that have been really important and apparent to us is getting farm families connected again and having the opportunities for events that farm families can kind of get together and fellowship. And, you know, there's, with all this, like, you know, the change in the farm landscape, there's all this social isolation. And so one of the opportunities that we have coming up in the month of February, we are hosting the first annual Farmer Appreciation Lunch. This year it will be up near Laval, over at the Club Chaparral on Thursday, February 5th at noon. Through the generous donation of several businesses throughout Sauk County, we had reached out to them and we said, here's a chance for you to show appreciation to our farmers and just, you know, really give them an opportunity to get together. We will have a guest speaker, Morgan MacArthur from UW Extension. It'll be a lighthearted stories that he'll have to tell. So it's really an opportunity, again, just to come out, visit with your neighbors, and have a good time. So we are taking registrations for that on our website, thefarmerangelnetwork.com. And I've got some of our brochures with us tonight too, so if anybody wants to find out more about the work we do, the ways we work to help farmers, please come and talk to us after the event tonight. Thank you.